1-year anniversary for Automobilista 2, and this game transformed from total disaster to one of the best on the market, but how they succeed that and what we can learn from this. But first, let's clean what success means, because there is a little confusion those days. In success is anyone who have predetermined goal and constantly moving in that direction, but what that really means? Well, whatever desire or dream you have, and that can be really anything, if you make even little steps toward that direction, you are already a successful person. And the greatest tool for every successful person was the positive mental attitude, which we have heard mostly as a winning attitude. Let's go back to Reiza team. Can you imagine for a second that thousands and thousands of people are telling you that you will fail in that mission and you will never make it work because of certain reason, and in that case was the madness engine. Can you imagine how much of that positive mental attitude you're gonna need to continue working in that project? Well, Reiza did, and they actually achieved it. I know many people will argue with me, and that is absolutely fine. I mean, every sensible human being must know that every argument has three sides, not two. Three sides. Is your side, is the other fella's side, and is the right side. And usually, the right side is somewhere in between. I mean, if you still don't like the game, that is perfectly fine, and really nothing wrong about it, as there is nothing wrong with my personal opinion, which is in the opposite direction. So, happy anniversary, Reiza. Well done, you achieved a really big goal, and many disappointed customers, just like me before, return back and fall in love with your beautiful game. The reason I choose this track is first because it was the reason to give a second chance to that game and I fall in love, and second, I win my last Simracing title in this very same track only because of that winning attitude, but this time not from my own, but from my best teammate I ever had over 15 years of sim racing, George Simmons. One day George asked me if I want to make with him that long whole year season in Nürburgring Endurance Championship in TCR class, and I said, well, that's gonna be fun, let's do it. And then he said, we're gonna win. And in that statement, I had really big doubt. I'm usually a very positive person, but I also try to be quite realistic. And in this case, I didn't know the car well, and I had zero experiences in endurance races, which are completely different from the sprint races I used to race my entire life. But a long story short, after 5 rounds we had 5 top 5s, 4 podiums, no single win, but we were leaders in the standings. And after 8 rounds we secured the title with only 2 wins and 7 podiums, and all that was possible with only single reason: George positive mental attitude. Because he believed in that goal, he never stopped working in that direction. For me, every podium was a win, but for him was failure. He analyzed every race for weeks. He analyzed the competition, he worked it with the setups, and came back to me with new strategy for every next race. So only if you believe in your goal and you stay positive, you will have the power to push yourself over the limits. And that's why George is so successful in life too. He studied motorsport engineering at Oxford Brookes University, and he currently works for the McLaren Formula 1 team. As many bright minds have said over the centuries, that attitude must be subject in school, which must be learned before reading and writing, because attitude is what defined our future. I have seen so many statistics about that 95% of the people living life they don't want to live, and only 5% are actually really succeed. And I read somewhere that the problem in our society is not the courage to fight for our dreams, but is the conformity. We are matching our attitude, beliefs and behaviors with the wrong people. Perhaps it's time to think, who are the models we have in our life, and are those models really helping us to achieve our goals? Because if they don't, they are pushing us in the opposite direction. I know some of you already think, what the hell is going on? He's playing racing game discussing such a heavy subject, but I have a theory. Life and racing are actually very similar. They both have very strict rules. In both you fight against the time, in both you have strong competition, and if you do well, you will be rewarded. And to go well in both, you're gonna need that positive mental attitude, just as Reiza team, George or Nenad from my last video story. That being said, I will try to finish my race and I will let you think about this topic.
Right side. Hold your line. Still there, hold on. Clear on the right side.
Remaining, 5 minutes left.
On the right. They're still there. They're still there. Hold your line. Still there. They're in the right. Go, go, go.
Alright, Stan, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
Left. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right. Left side. Clear on the left.
Behind is now 0.42.
Watch your right. Clear on your right.
Okay, Stan, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.